like you add to his life that you see is already missing from him that he might need?
I think that Mike is so much more, and I tell him this all the time.
She did.
I think he limits himself in a way. I think that he could do really
She said
big
we didn't talk
things.
about it.
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book 91. We're talking to you guys about Ready to Love, and we're talking about the fact that if your girl believes in you more and believes in your vision more than you believe, this is a red flag. It's a red flag for a lot of men, not because the girl is bad, but because it's a red flag in terms of the situation and how this relationship will play out. A man has to have his own vision, and he has to have the drive and the tenacity to bring it to fruition. You can have a woman that's tenacious and willing to push you, but if she sees more of this vision than you do, problem is she's going to end up building a bear rather than you actually building yourself. And that causes issues because we already told you about building a bear, what it creates. When you build Frankenstein, Frankenstein tries to kill the creator. Don't do it. That doesn't mean you don't believe. It doesn't mean that you don't help. What it means is he can't have less belief in his dream than you do. You know what I mean? Like he as a man, you've got to have a firm belief that you can do it, and he's got to be able to see it, right, and bring it into fruition. And it's such a powerful thing. And I was thinking about this the other day, about how some people just need to, Mike and Kayla just need to be friends. And maybe I'll talk about this in another video. They just need to be friends rather than lovers. Maybe they'll have some knacking, but you can't be relationship. And the reason being is because I feel personally, my feelings to the situation is the stretch that Kayla is. Listen to what she said. We go for a Bordeaux, what's it? What's the drink called, man? Y'all know what the drink is. I can't pronounce it. Okay, all right. Grangenot, Grenier, Granote, whatever the drink is a very, very powerful drink. Whatever, right? And then listen to what she said about creating a family crest. We don't do that on the lower social or economical status level. What she's describing is class. That's not even money. That's class. And when you meet someone on a different class, this can cause major problems in terms of insecurity for one side. It can cause discontent and discomfort and even a little bit of disrespect from the other party who may feel that they're on a different class level to you, and you may not understand some of the things that they do in that class level. When she said about creating the crest and put it in the corridor, they laughed a little bit, not because they were being rude, but because it's a different understanding. Now, if he can stretch himself, if Mike believes, if a man believes he can stretch himself to make it work long term, because remember, having sex, being a girlfriend isn't long term. So I need the man them to really be opening their eyes and open their ears and open the lips. Because at this particular point, you need to really listen very carefully. Do you actually believe you can make this work long term? You believe you can stretch yourself to reach her level long term? If you do not enter. Because you're going to cause yourself issue. You're going to cause her issue. You're going to drag her down. She's going to be complaining. You're going to be frustrated. It's not going to work. Do you see? So when I say Kayla and Mike probably would be better presented as friends, what I really mean is the fact that in order for him to achieve the thing that she's talking about, she said, I believe in him. I keep telling him this all the time. He said, I really appreciate that. The fact that she believes in him that much, but does he believe in himself that much, can cause issues down the line. See, with Brandy, the expectation is different. Now, someone might say, well, he's just upgraded himself. It doesn't work like that. It does not work like that. Okay? Right? This thing that you're talking about, upgrade yourself, it comes with a revelation. Oh, let me say it for you again. To understand this, upgrade yourself, it comes with revelation, meaning it must be revealed onto you. Like, when Jesus asked the disciples, who do men say I am? Peter says, you are the Son of the living God. It requires a revelation. It must be revealed onto you. And when it's revealed onto you, then you're able to see where the vision is and what must be achieved, what must go into the vision to make it work. So when then Mike and Kayla are talking now, you know, she's saying she believes in him, you know, and tells him all the time, you know, I see it. But listen, I haven't even done the intro yet. Like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification up, lows. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked and stay loaded. And for those of you who are returnees, you know what it is, baby, you got the minerals. Listen, let's watch a little bit more, and then we'll talk a bit more as well.
And I want to open his eyes to all other things, whether it's refined, whether it's Pinot Grigio, or we can get into a Bordeaux. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, boy, no.
But just so.
And listen, it's cute now. It's funny now. And when I say cute now, not that Kayla's not wrong. Mike's not wrong. This is about whether we see our lives aligning and whether I see myself as, you see, men want to feel like kings. We want to always feel like kings, and women want to feel like queens. So let's be honest, right? So when you're in a situation with Kayla and you see that she's of a different class, it can make you feel like less of a king because you're not on that level. And that can breed its own insecurity, which then causes issues within a relationship that tend to play out in arguments that don't need to be had. But because people are feeling insecure, because we are feeling some type of way, now we're having arguments that are not necessary. It happens. We see it, right? So now this situation between Mike and Kayla, what I'm saying to you is, you must believe in the vision yourself. You must have that revelation. It must be revealed onto you so you can make these moves. It must be revealed onto you so you can go forward. It must be revealed onto you so that you can grow. It must be revealed onto you so you know that I'm moving. And one of the things I was talking to a young a lady who was married for a certain amount of years, and she told me, you know, that, you know, a lot of men may feel insecure about being with someone like herself who is a very, you know, accomplished woman. And the reason being is because they don't have a plan. And that's the truth. If you don't have a plan or a concrete plan for where you're going and how you're going to get there, this can cause issues. Like I myself, do you know what, this year, I'll be honest with you, I had some plans, but I didn't really write them down per se. And I can see how it's made a bigger issue. It's not, the impact I wanted to make has not been fully realized all the way. But it's been some great times. But for next year, I have some concrete plans I need to make, and I need to write them down, how I'm going to do them. Because it needs to happen. Do you get what I'm saying? So for me now, looking at the situation, I'm going, okay, cool. There's some real things I need to get ahead of myself, and I need some real things I need to put down. There needs to be a plan. There needs to be a concrete direction I'm trying to go into. And when I have that, I'm at my most confident. It's not about having it. It's about having a plan where I have a vision and I know where I'm going. And then that way I feel comfortable being with a woman who can stretch me because I know I can be stretched. When I don't feel I can be stretched because I don't have the vision to be stretched, I'm not going to want to be that woman. And so when I say a woman shouldn't believe in me more than I believe in myself, that's what I mean. Because when you feel like you cannot stretch, when you feel like you cannot stretch, it will not be achieved, and you're going to only cause each other issues. I believe Mike and Kayla should be more friends than actually being lovers. Some of you need to let that man go in a relationship capacity and just be his friend. Some of you, man, them need to let that girl go, start having sex with her, and just be a friend, because really her capacity to help you is so much more beneficial for you. And having sex with her, or I should say, sorry, relationship wise, if you don't feel grown enough to have sex, that's your business. But if you, relationship wise, it may not be the best case. Like, share, subscribe, click on that bell button for notification uploads. We appreciate you. Again, if this is message that's touched you and you appreciate what we do, listen, send a cash up my way. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys. Lock, loaded, and we'll see you again very soon. You got the minerals. You got the minerals.